and I lost the live stream. So I'm going online again now, and I'm going online again now, and I'm gonna finish what I was talking about. So the question was, what's the biggest life lesson I'd like to give people, or what's the biggest life lesson? I don't know what the question was that I've learned or that I'd like to give people. I don't know what the question was specifically, but something about the biggest life lesson I learned or I can give as a martial artist and a self-improvement guy. This was the question. So I'm gonna wait for you guys to tune in, because like I said, I just lost the live stream a minute ago, and yeah. The Netherlands. Not the nicest part of Holland, but it's Holland. Yeah, I actually my battery died. That's why.
Oh, je hebt er weer één terug?
Yeah, that's the same person I was talking to.
Oh.
Yeah, so you were asking me the best lesson I could give as a martial artist, right? And as a self-improvement guy. That was your question, right? Just to make sure that's where we left off. Because I kept talking too, and I don't know how much of it you actually got, but
Ik denk dat je hem dicht moet doen voor het geluid.
what?
Ik denk dat je dit dicht moet doen
Ja.
voor het geluid.
Okay, yeah. I couldn't really see. I was in the restaurant. So, yeah. I was saying, at least for myself, I can speak what the biggest lesson has been for myself, and this only applies to you if you're kind of like me in the sense that like I can't think of nothing else other than martial arts. Like I really can't. I like martial arts more than food. I like it more than even sex. It's right up there with sex. Like it's even a little bit above it maybe sometimes. So it's something I can't turn off. I'm always consistently thinking about it. Like I can do martial arts stuff all morning. I cannot watch sexual content all morning. I mean, it's just I can do this all day long. And people like Andrew Tate or some other martial artists that say that like it's, or even Mike Tyson, he says discipline is doing what you hate and doing it like you love it. And a lot of them act like most people that train don't love training. Like they but they do it anyways because they want to be tough guys, because they want to reach a goal, because they want to be alpha or whatever, or tough guys or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know, like it's good to do it. It's better to do it than not do it. But then there's people who also are genuinely obsessed with martial arts. Like, for example, Bruce Lee. I always bring up Bruce Lee, but it's because I cannot think of anybody else that I know that's famous that's more fucking obsessed than that guy. And you can see it in the way he talks about it. You can see it in his books and his writing and the way he moves and the way everything, the way he was teaching people. You can see the obsession and the level of perfectionism that he had. The only bad thing about Bruce, unfortunately, he died early, but he didn't get a chance to witness Dutch kickboxing, because when he died, it was before Dutch kickboxing was even invented. Muay Thai was around, but what we have here now, like the effective Dutch style of fighting, I think Bruce would have been in love with it. And if you see Bruce, he does a lot of kicking to the legs, but one thing he doesn't do is the Dutch combos. He doesn't do the left hook kick, the right low kick. He does do the cross and the left middle kick. That one he does do, but he doesn't do the typical Dutch moves and the typical way of kicking the legs in the Dutch way. Bruce Lee didn't kick like that. He did kick the way some MMA fighters kick now, like the leg check and the calf kicks and all that other stuff that turned out to be very effective, you know. But Bruce Lee was just he was way ahead of his time, and he's a legend. But he was just getting started. Like he was only 32 when he died, guys. And so to answer the question that I was saying earlier, if you're obsessed like that about martial arts, like I am, that you don't care about nothing else the most, you just want to be the best at kicking. In my case, I wanted to be the best at kicking and the best at being able to apply it in a fight. For myself, like I just wanted to be able to do it, you know, like the way motherfuckers do in movies, like Bruce Lee, Van Damme, whatever, when I was little. So that was like important to me, to be able to like genuinely be able to kick anybody's ass with my legs. Like nothing was more important to me than that. That's why I competed in what I competed in. That's why I trained so much, because I can't get it out of my mind. And if I don't train, I'm literally in a bad mood. And this is why I also decided to also stick to bouncing so long, because bouncing is the only job where you can fuck people up legally and get away with it in most countries. It's the only job that requires you to actually beat people up without using weapons most of the time. Because most people get searched, you're inside. Sometimes people use like whatever, chairs and bottles and all that type of stuff. But for the most part, it's street fighting. Literally, that's part of your job. And especially like the more trouble the place is, the more you're gonna deal with people fighting. So you wanna get into a lot of street fights without going to jail, bouncing is the place to do it. And all martial artists know this is no fucking secret. But most don't have the balls to do it. Most don't have the balls to do it, and they will make a million excuses. Oh, it doesn't pay so much. Oh, it'll interfere with this and with that, and I don't like drunk people. They'll have a million excuses, but at the end of the day, if you really want to, because think about it, right? If you're preparing for a fight, like, because I've done both, okay? I prepare, for example, for MMA fight in Mexico. I'll give that as an example. For Taekwondo, the same shit. I take like 3-4 months to prepare. So you're preparing 3-4 months, you're training, you're doing your sports stuff, and you're visualizing this one fight, right? When you're bouncing every day when you wear a uniform, you know you might get into multiple fights. You know you might even fucking die. And it's an adrenaline rush that you feel every day, because every day you know might be the day, especially when you live somewhere like in Mexico, you're bouncing there. Like, you know, it could be your day any day. You could get hit the wrong way, you could get shot, or worse, you know? And but you're mentally prepared for that, like Bruce Lee said, you know? Like everybody else, most people just want to learn to win, never forgetting the way to lose. To learn to die is to be liberated from it. So with all that ambition, and you learn the art of dying, right? That's kind of what I was doing as a bouncer, just like learning the art of dying, just being ready to die. Every day I put on my Taekwondo, my bouncing uniform, just ready to die, mentally prepared. And that gives you like a rush, you know? And then whenever you're called, there's a fight here, you just run there, you don't even know what's going on exactly, you just go there and then you deal with it at that moment. And it's a rush that many people will never get to know. The rush of being in a club, music's playing, girls everywhere, everyone's dancing, crowded, you know, and then you get a call. There's a brawl in the bathroom. There's a brawl in the other dance floor. There's a brawl outside, run outside, etc. Because I'm mostly the inside guy. The rush you get, the adrenaline rush. And then when you get there and you actually start handling it, you start beating people, kicking people, throwing them out. It's a rush, guys. It's a rush. And then by the time you walk back in, like the rush, if you handle it well and you're not hurt, the rush starts to drop. And then you literally get like a weird high. And you get addicted to that shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was addicted to that for years. The rush of getting into brawls and fights and the adrenaline, and then how you feel afterwards. You're like looking forward to the rush, but then how you feel afterwards. It's like a 15-20 minute high. I don't know. You just feel lightheaded and good. Like it's weird, and you end up getting addicted to it. And the more you do it, the more you start to know how to deal with different types of people and different types of how do you call it? You start to learn how to deal with different types of people. You start to learn how to deal with almost all body types, because you know if you get into a fight all the time, it's never the same person. So you learn to adapt and how to deal with like really like different kinds of body types. And so my advice is, if you want to be really good at martial arts, you just gotta like train super hard and then take a job like that, like bounce somewhere and test yourself and see how good you are, you know, basically. And then take it from there, you know. The more you test yourself, the more you get into stuff, the more fights you get into, the better you get at it. That's just how it is. You're thinking about moving to Mexico, but like, why though? Why are you thinking of moving to Mexico? What's in Mexico for you? Jair Rodriguez is pretty good, man. He's good. Alistair Overeem is definitely Dutch. You know, you guys know he lost weight, kind of like The Rock. Look him up. Alistair Overeem is almost as skinny as The Rock is now, or skinnier, and he's trying to get into politics. Yeah, sure, I am. I keep in mind as a bouncer, right? You take people to the ground all the time too, especially when you have to handcuff them and arrest them. Like as a bouncer, you're gonna take people to the ground. For the most part, I've used my judo. I do have some BJJ training. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like saying it though, but I took BJJ when I was doing my MMA training for my MMA fights in Mexico. Like I trained with BJJ people, so I could learn how to not be taken down by them and not be put in the locks that they do. But the MMA tournament that I did, you were allowed to kick people on the ground and stuff like that. So I know how to deal with it really well, because think about it. If someone is trying to grab you with their hands and trying to do like an arm bar, you can always kick them, dude. Think about it. It's not that someone's doing an arm bar, you can kick them. Someone is like, you can kick them so many times in so many ways, especially on the ground, and especially if you're flexible. If you're flexible, you can get your leg here and there. There's just so many ways you can kick people, you know? Yeah, GPS did bouncing. Crow Cop also bounced. Many don't know that. Crow Cop was a bouncer before he became a cop. A lot of people don't know that Crow Cop was a bouncer. If he had not become a cop, I think his name would have been a Croatian bouncer instead of a Croatian cop, or instead of Crow Cop. Yeah. Oh, I see. But like Mexicans from Mexico, or Mexicans like Mexican Americans? Because this is two different types of people, you know? I mean, I don't know if you know the differences, but I'm kind of like a mix of both, because I lived in the US and I hung out with Mexican Americans. But I'm literally a real Mexican, because I'm born in Mexico, City. Went to military school in Mexico. My dad was in the army. So I'm Mexican as fuck, you know? Even though I hung out with a lot of Mexican Americans in my teens, because I went to high school in Los Angeles. But yeah, the food is great, the culture is great, the people are great. But keep in mind, it is dangerous, bro. At the end of the day, it's dangerous. I mean, that you're never gonna change, you know. But my advice, though, if you guys want to be like obsession, you know, take risks accordingly. You know, like I've taken a lot of risks, but I'm always training. I'm always aware. Like even now, I'm standing in an angle where I can see everybody that's coming. So I'm always on point. I'm always looking. I'm always watching. I'm always observant. I'm always vigilant. I'm always watching my back. See, like she never watches her back. There she is. See, she never watches her back. Yeah. But yeah, yeah. So you gotta train accordingly to what your goals are, you know? Yeah, Bas Rutten was also a bouncer, you're right. Mr. T was a bouncer, Bas Rutten was a bouncer, Dolph Lundgren was a bouncer. Van Damme claims he was a bouncer for Chuck Norris, but it was a restaurant. It was not really a place where people get in many fights. And Van Damme said he never got into a fight as a bouncer. And many people say that when he says that it's probably a lie, that he's trying to be humble. I just think that's retarded, you know? And I don't think he even did it that long. And who else? There's like a whole list of people that actually bounce, famous people. A lot of people don't know, but the ex-pope, not the current pope, the ex-pope was also a bouncer before he was a pope. Do you know that? On and off, man. I smoke on and off. I've quit, and then like on and off I smoke, man. I've smoked and quit and smoked and quit. I've done videos on this. But I don't drink, and I don't do any drugs or anything like that. No steroids, none of that stuff. No alcohol. So yeah, once in a while I'll smoke and stuff, but Not really anything to talk about. Yeah, Boss was good, and plus, like he competed in an era where they didn't even check people for steroids. I always say that, K1 Pride, they're like the steroid Olympics of fighting. So it was just like a free for all. Just take whatever you want, you know. Like if you see the size of those guys, like how much they were juicing when they were competing. I've never done it, guys. I honestly never done it. I've never taken testosterone. I've never taken growth hormone. I've never taken any of this shit, ever. I've never experimented with performance enhancing drugs, PhDs, ever, never. Sometimes I do wonder what would it feel like, or what if I did it, or how much better would I get if I actually did it. But then I think about it, and I just don't want to do it. I just don't think it's worth the risk. I'm already really good at naturally. Why would I take the risk of taking that shit? And I also wouldn't take it to like look buffer or look bigger, because I honestly don't give a shit about that. Like the size of my legs is just a byproduct of the training and the kicking and the stretching. It was never my intention to have big ass legs like this. It's just, they just became like that. What do you think about the UFC striking versus kickboxing and Muay Thai striking? Which is more practical? It depends. It depends. Yeah, if definitely, I wouldn't say Muay Thai, but I would compare to the Dutch kickboxing. It's not at the level of Dutch kickboxing. The striking, it just isn't. You got some good guys in the UFC. Don't get me wrong, but if you're only talking about the stand-up striking, there's some guys that are really good, that really know what they're doing. But for the most part, a lot of the UFC striking that I see is like low-level boxing. A lot of it. Some guys have like some karate things that they put in it. There's some guys that actually do have some Dutch kickboxing. But in general, you're going to find the best striking here in Holland. And a little bit in Germany lately, the last few years. Germany is really coming up. Their level in Germany in kickboxing is really rising. Yeah, I would say kickboxing, man. If I have to pick between the UFC and kickboxing, definitely kickboxing. When it comes to striking, of course, yeah. Like I think if a lot of UFC fighters tried fighting in like glory, I think they would lose. I don't think they would. I don't think they would win against against people their own weight in glory. Mike Israel's PhD files leaked. Oh, clinch game strong. Yeah, but the clinch game doesn't matter, guys. The clinch is overrated. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, what's the clinch? Just two guys hugging each other. Come on, guys. You know what happens when you clinch in a street fight? You know what happened every time anyone tried to clinch me? Just guess. They get kneed, they get headbutt, they get grabbed by the hair. I grab their clothes, I toss them. Like, clinching doesn't work. It only sort of makes sense if you're fighting with rules. If you're not fighting with rules, you get close up like that, you're gonna get messed up. Especially if the guy grabs you by the hair, like grabbing someone by the hair and then by the throat and then like moving them around and then like tossing them. Like that's what will happen if someone clinches me, or you just judo toss them. Whatever. There's so many things you could do. And Mike Israel's PhD files. Yeah, I heard, and I'm not surprised. I actually still have to do a video on Mike Israel. I think I'm gonna do a video on that guy soon. Because Mike Israel is not as smart as he claims he is. You guys, yeah, it's a thing now. Everyone is spreading it on the internet. I think John Bravo started spreading it. That Israel's PhDs are that the papers that he turned in suck, basically. That he's not as smart as he claims he is. But I'm not surprised. The guy's a little delusional. But the video I'm gonna make, I'm basically gonna talk about, because he said in a video, Mike Israel said in a video, that he could train or pick a subject or a thing that anyone else is an expert at, and that he will like master that or be a leading force in it in I don't know how many months. So I plan to make a video in the splits and daring him to get to my level in however fucking many months he's saying, that fat dumb fuck. He's dumb. Mike Israel is dumb as hell. Seriously though, and I've seen his jujitsu, and I'm not impressed, not even a little bit. Catch you later, man. Mike Israel and Ninja Samurai are the same. One with fake PhD and one with fake black belts. Yeah, true. They do. There's definitely a similarity there, for sure. Only Mike Israel actually does teach people stuff. I mean, I might have played a devil's advocate here because, like, I did learn quite a bit of stuff from that guy. Like, I started really doing a lot of lower body training with weights and following a lot of the advice that I saw him give some YouTubers, and a lot of it worked. I must say, like, I really got stronger kicks and stronger legs from doing some of the exercises that he teaches other YouTubers to do. So, like, as a trainer and teaching technique and this kind of stuff, he's not bad. He's actually pretty good. But is he better than like other trainers, or like is he better than like the people he says he is? No, definitely not. There's other people that can give better advice, but it doesn't mean that all of his advice is horseshit. Like, a lot of the advice that he gives as far as like weight training and with legs and all that is pretty good. It's pretty on point. Thanks, man. You too. Have a good day. Well, try to look around for a place that has it. I'm planning on making more videos for members only, and maybe even make like some kind of course online where I can teach people stuff. Because I get this question a lot, and there's definitely ways to do it. But one thing you're gonna need, and I'm gonna say that up front, when I start making courses for people, one thing you're gonna need if you're gonna take the course, you're gonna need at least one more other person to do this with. It's very hard for me to teach people how to do Dutch kickboxing by themselves. Like, it's almost pointless. You need a training partner. So when I make courses, that's gonna make my course different than other people. There's gonna be like a mandatory thing that they have a partner, that at least two people are doing it. Otherwise, it's gonna be pointless. And I hate teaching people bullshit. So yeah, the best you can do for now is just try to mimic it on a heavy bag. Perhaps join a Muay Thai gym or somewhere where you can join somewhere where they do something similar. Just join somewhere where they do something similar, and then basically off of that, try some of the stuff that you can learn to do with Dutch kickboxing. Yeah, that guy also, Contreras, right? I think his name is Contreras. Yeah, he also has really good advice, no doubt. Yeah, for sure. Oh, okay, good question. All right, this will be, I think, one of the last ones. I'll answer this one and one more, and then I gotta go, guys. Okay, so what do I think about Jeff Chan? Okay, did you guys know that Jeff Chan actually came to Holland, and he did like fight here, like he sparred here? I don't know if you guys know that he actually sparred here. Yeah, he sparred here in Holland, and he made a video on it. And basically, in the sparring, he only spars one Moroccan guy that's around his weight. So that is a lot more already. Yeah, he is. I'm not, guys. This is from Day of the Dead. Don't think I'm on some shit. This is Day of the Dead stuff. Today is the second day of Day of the Dead, and a friend of mine passed away not long ago. So I did the whole picture thing with the candles and put some smokes out for him and lit it and all of that stuff. So yeah, McGregor's still on coke, no doubt. A lot of these guys are on coke. But back to Jeff Chan. Jeff Chan came to Holland, and he sparred one guy in a Dutch kickboxing gym, and they went pretty hard. And he titled the video, "There's always that guy who goes hard." It's like you're coming to Holland and you don't know that everybody here goes hard, and you only spar one guy. Same height, same weight. So that's what a lot of people do when they do spar. They'll spar somebody, they're same height, they're same weight. Not in Holland, in a different country, and they'll go light. At least he sparred a guy his same height and his same weight, and they went hard. So that is respectable. I respect it, but it doesn't impress me. Like, in order for him to impress me, he would have to come and spar like an entire dojo. People that are taller, people that are bigger, smaller, lighter, faster, heavier, stronger, longer limbs. You're gonna get humbled, bro. Like, if Jeff Chan did that here, he's gonna get humbled. He's not just gonna, because if you guys watch that fight, it's kind of a tie. It's not like Jeff Chan kicked his ass. It's almost a tie. So it's not like if he went to Mike's gym, this Jeff Chan guy, he would get his ass handed to him. And I'm not even sure what gym he went to. I forgot the name of the gym he went to. You guys can maybe educate me if you guys really follow Jeff Chan. But I respect Jeff Chan in general. Allegedly, he claims that he was a federal agent. I think he was some kind of cop back in the days before he started his YouTube channel. So he's a lot more genuine than other people. Like, Jeff Chan is not bad. He has pretty good skills, pretty good sparring, pretty good low kick, pretty good combination. He's got his own unique way of setting up combinations. Like, he throws some shots with his hands where then he lands a low kick with his lead leg. If I don't remember correctly, he lands like a low kick with his lead leg. Like, that's one of the moves he does. So Jeff Chan's not bad, guys. It's just yeah. He's pretty good. Like, he could probably hang with the B class people in Holland, which is semi-professionals. He could hang with the semi-professionals. I wouldn't even go as far as like trying to call him an amateur. Like, the guy can fight, but he would have a hard time here, coming here and sparring people different sizes. Like, if he came here for 6 months and got his ass kicked in the gym, I think he could get to A level, no doubt. A level is professional. And yeah, anybody got any questions? I'm gonna go, guys. I got time for one more question. Yeah, okay. This is the levels, right? Holland levels. This is the real highest level kickboxing levels. It goes like this. N level, okay, that's beginner. It stands for new, newling, beginner. This means you're a beginner. Okay, when you're a beginner, you may fight 3, 4 times or something like that as a beginner. I forget how many times you gotta win or whatever, but you gotta have a minimum amount of fights. I think it's 3 or 4 or more. Then the next level is C. C is amateur. Okay, so this is above beginner. This is C level. You also have to win a few fights here and compete a few times before you go to B level. B level is semi-pro. Here you have to win like 2 fights. When you do 2 fights in semi-pro, then you're pro. So you have to go to these 3 levels before you become a professional. This means Rico Verhoeven, Alistair Overeem, Nicky Holsken, all of these big Dutch names, they all went through this fucking process, which is almost the equivalence of getting a black belt in like some heavy ass martial arts like Kyokushinkai, karate, or taekwondo. It's similar to that because you have to fight a lot in order to get to a certain level. So it's a yeah, it's there's levels to this shit, like many people say, and yeah. No, there are no videos because he never did it. No, there's no videos of that, which is funny, right? Because like there's videos of him like doing bullshit sparring, but there's no videos of like the more riskier shit he does. It's like, really, you're gonna record the tip tap bullshit you do, but when you're risking breaking bones like he claims, he doesn't record that. That's how you know he's like full of shit, you know. Do you think Senshai can beat? You see, but then again, I said there's levels. Okay, Senshai is a Muay Thai fighter from Thailand. You're asking me now if he can beat Dutch fighters. If he's sparring or fighting Dutch fighters here that are at like his height, he's really skilled. Like he's at like Mayweather skill, but for Muay Thai and kickboxing. So guys like Senchai, they can just play fight with people. Like they can just play with people. I do that too. You watch some of my sparring videos. I play with people. I don't even really go hard on them because I'll just kill them. I just do like basic combos, a jab, a low kick here and there. I don't do three, four, five, six kick combinations and then throw crazy punches in it and try to actually knock them out hardcore. There's levels to this, and Senshai, he's at that level where he could just destroy someone without much effort. Like Senshai is really, really, really good. I don't give Muay enough credit because part of my channel is the Dutch kickboxing, so I must stick to the branding of my channel. And I'm Dutch and I'm in Holland, so I must always put kickboxing above Muay Thai. But there's exceptions with guys like Senshai that could probably beat most Dutch kickboxers, I think, in his weight class. I think he could beat most in his weight class. So, yeah, he's really good. But that's an exception. If you put 100 Muay Thai fighters against 100 kickboxers, trust me, 92 or 93 of those Muay Thai fighters are going to get their asses beaten. Maybe only 8 out of 100 can beat a Dutch fighter. Not more than that. And I'm being nice. I actually think it's a lot less. What about Larcella? I don't think I know that guy. I have to look him up. I don't know that guy either. I don't know both of these guys that you were asking me. No. No, I don't know. I'd have to look him up, and I don't have another device handy to look him up. So I'll save that for another video, guys. Okay. To the next video. You're looking him up? Okay, she's gonna look it up for me. Give me a second, and I'll look it up. Femurs. What do I mean by femurs? Let me see. Nabil Anane. Nabil Anane. Okay, he Thai fighter, French Muay Thai fighter, junior champion Muay Thai. Is fighting in one. Let me see if I can see what kind of record he has. Yeah, well, it looks pretty impressive, man. What weight is he in? 126 pounds. Where did he fight? A lot of one fights. No glory fights, so still pretty impressive. I mean, I'm pretty sure the guy's really good. I haven't seen any of his fights. I'm just basing this on Wikipedia, guys. So, right here, you know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Technical Muay Thai fight. Yeah, technical Muay Thai fighters can be really good. But the truth is they come up short a lot against the Dutch. I mean, that's just a reality. You guys could look it up. It's there's even Spanish videos made on this now lately. But I'm gonna go now, guys, okay? To the next video, guys. If you have any questions, you can always still ask me in the comments below, okay? Catch you later.